Alright, so the story today is I noticed the qualifier tournament for the Canadian Open is being played at TPC Toronto, North Course, next Wednesday. So I wanted to get out, play it today. So first hole is a par 5, 496. The green's out to the left a little bit over that sand trap, and don't have a great view of the fairway here, but I send this off to the right. They've taken out a whole bunch of trees. You can see this bare spot used to be trees. Clear away some loose debris, as you are allowed, as long as you don't move your ball. Just doing a 7-iron back into the fairway. This is a great view of the 9th hole fairway, but take my time here. Clip it back into the fairway from the right. Gotta run up to see it, right? Now, 108 yards, gap wedge, third shot, see the pin there. Aiming a little bit left away from the trap. Ball's a little below my feet. Pretty good swing. You see just that bit of a raised green pushes it away. Needed a little bit more juice on that gap wedge to get there. Rolled off that hill and down into the thick stuff here. But put this in, still counts for a bird. You see how I take a few steps up to see what the landing spot's like and how I'm planning to land it and roll it. Very important. You don't want to just do it blind. Hit a great chip there. See it rolls to the right of the pin, and it was a little bit, just a little bit short from the angle that I was on, and missed a little bit of the roll that rolled out farther right than I thought. So, bit of a long putt for par, and again you see it pushes it off to the right. Tap it in for bogey, +1, not bad. Definitely notice a theme of missing on the same side of the hole on multiple shots per hole, but we'll see how that comes to be. 428 yard par 4, second hole. Get a good drive. My lines aren't quite timed correctly yet, still figuring it out, but I do clear the trap. Get a really good bounce, and it puts me in a great spot. 138 yards left. Just do a short 8-iron with that backstop there. And again, I am aiming left, not taking this pin on. And it's good because I kind of chunk it. Get a nice roll up by the green, but it's a little bit longer than I'd like to be coming back to the pin. Again, this is an 8-iron, just sort of running a chip. Only go high if you have to. With this much green in between, plenty of distance to roll it, and pretty nice roll. Again, you see you get a little bit more from left to right, pushing it to the right to finish up, but about pin high. Now try to save par, and I had that right on line, right on line. I just left it a tad short. So bogey, bogey, +2. Now, this isn't me, but I forgot to, well, I double pressed record on my camera, and so he wound up about where I am anyways. So that's what the drive would look like. 130 yards. Be nice to hit a green. You can see the red flag there. And again, I'm aiming left just to take those traps out of play. Hit a pretty good shot. Pretty much how I drew it up, if pulled maybe a little bit. Decided to go with a 60-degree wedge here, but I'm still chipping this low. I just have not as much green to work with once I run out of fairway, so I want to take that as much out of play, bump it onto the green, and pretty nice spot, pretty nice shot. Rolls out just past the pin. Be really nice to drop this in for first par of the day. As it snaps around the hole, but bit off a little too much. Another bogey, +3 after 3. Now, fourth hole, 140 yards. Maybe you see a bit of an offset line on the left side of the screen. All of the people I was playing with stood in front of the camera, and so I did some fancy cropping to kind of align. And I hit a great shot. Unfortunately, they were standing in front of the pin when it hit the green, so I don't have the ball bouncing, but you can see that little white dot right next to the pin. It's a great shot. Maybe 6 feet, 5-6 feet short. Great chance for a birdie here. Make sure you get it to the hole and just leave it right. Having trouble really getting that putter closed and square, but a par is good. Par is par. +3, fifth hole, 402 yard. Huge wide fairway. Who needs that? I just put it right into the fence line. Probably should have hit a provisional. Couldn't find it, so took a penalty and then dropped it. But in doing so, I'm in this thick rough hitting 3, as opposed to potentially, hopefully, hitting a provisional drive and being better placed on the fairway. But it is what it is. Trying to crank a hybrid out of this. 194 yards. Just get it up somewhere by the green, and thick chick stuff. I barely advance it at all. Time to forget the last 2 swings. 120 yards. Should just be a pitching wedge, I believe. Try to put this in tight and stop the bleeding. Pretty good. Tugged it a little bit again. Everything's a little bit left, but that's well over the trap there. It went up over the back of the green, and now I'm short-sided-ish, but it's less the distance and more the slope. You see this extremely steep slope. Very tough shot coming in, trying to just bump it. I wanted to bump it onto the green, and I caught that rough, which killed it and sent it straight to the right. If I caught that 6 inches further onto the green, probably would have rolled out pretty close to the hole, but as it is, I have a long putt for double bogey. Yeah. They stack up quick when you get out of position. Hit a great putt. Great putt, but triple bogey tap in. +6. After 6, trying to shake that off. Short par 4 here, just trying to dump a driver anywhere out there and give me a shot to the hole, nice and close. And I just turn on it, and that line is bad, but it looks worse than it is. It opens up down there, but I hit a provisional regardless, just in case, and I crush my provisional. I get it out over those traps, and it's up probably only 50 yards to the pin. But you see, I'm playing my first shot. I found my first shot over to the side, punched it out to here. So 108 yard gap wedge, third shot. It'd be great to get this closer than my provisional drive, which I do. See it drop nicely and sit. Nice. So I punched my actual drive was just right here. I leftied it out. So I'm there in 3. Yeah, it's worth practicing every now and then, flipping the club around, chipping left-handed, just to get it out of those sorts of areas. Anyways, see if I can save par here. Oh, I read it well, dropped it well. Fraction more speed would have saved the par, but it is a bogey, and I'm sitting at +7. Par 3, 165. This is every bit of a 7-iron for me. The wind is just helping a little bit. You can see the pin over the large lip of that bunker, and this has a little too much draw on it, but not bad to the left side there. It does catch a tree branch, however. And yeah, so it caught that tree branch and bounced over to the edge of the path, so I move it to a more suitable spot to hit from relief from the pavement. Tried to get the angle right so I can pull it as close as possible to the ball without being any closer to the pin. See me walk up to take a look. Now this is important. This sort of distance, you see I've already had many shots like this. These shots are what really separate 95s from 85s at the end of the day. If you can get up and down from around the green here, the majority of the time you're laughing.
Come on, go, go, go. Come on, go, 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 go.
See, it does roll out there. I did play that slope nicely, but it didn't roll as much as I might have thought it would. But I'd rather be here than be 30 feet long, have it just run away. So try to sink a decent length putt for par.
Baby, go. Go, baby, go.
And I just pulled that one too. Again, if it had a little more oomph, it might have had some curl on it, but bogey, +8. Par 5, reachable, 494 yards. Yeah, playing bogey golf, not the worst golf in the world. Could be better, could be much worse, so trucking along nicely. And I get a hold of this drive, carries the direction all the way, doesn't curve too far left or right, so I get pretty good distance on it. And I'm left 208 yards to the pin, which you can barely see just over the horizon on the right side of that evergreen tree. Every bit of a 5-iron for me, probably a bit more than a 5-iron, but the wind is behind me. And I get a good contact, get a good strike on it. And I think, from my view here and how I hit that, I thought I flew it over the green. But I was just short on the fringe. So I'm chipping back again, 8-iron, back along the green. Try to get this, nestle this up close. You can see past the pin, it drops off quite steeply. It's flat, running away from me, but flat mostly all the way. And rolls up nice and close to the pin. Man, it felt like it had decent speed there, but over the back of that pin, you see it just wander off, which is fine. Leaves me this for a birdie. From that position in the fairway, yeah, if you told me I was this far for a bird putt, maybe I'd be disappointed, but realistically, any birdie putt within 20 feet's a good birdie putt. Again, I leave it just a bit short. I think I could have dropped that if a little bit more speed right by the hole, but it's a par. Second par of the front 9. Keeps me at +8 and sits me at the 9th hole, 388 yards up to the right. And you see they're working on that new clubhouse because these guys have aspirations of hosting a Canadian Open. And as I mentioned, a few days from the date that I played this, they were hosting a Canadian Open qualifying tournament on this course. So it's kind of neat to be out playing the same course, pretty much the same conditions as what the qualifying tournament would have been. But 75-yard uphill lob wedge, chunk the crap out of it. Again, a recurring theme is uphill shots. I'm not used to practicing. I'm not used to getting my weight through, and I chunk them. Take 2, not making the same mistake twice, and I blast that probably as long as I needed to hit my first shot. So I'm well past the pin, but at least I'm on the green. Now this is running downhill quite severely. Would love to lag this for an easy bogey. And I still can't believe that it stops with coming down the hill. I mean, I didn't get the line right, but this for bogey and to avoid the dreaded double bogey 3 putt. See if it drops. It does not. Burns the edge. Dang. Yeah. Double bogey 3 putt. That's a shame. But 46 in the front 9 leaves me plus 10, coming to 10. New 9, feeling fine. 10th hole, 370 yards. Might not always be able to hit driver here because of that water, but this is back into the wind, so you feel safe with a nice easy swing, being within. And I think because maybe I take some off the swing, I don't close it.
Mulligan kind of hole.
And yeah, lose it to the right. Another provisional shot. There it is. So that's my third. Perfect shot. Leaving me here for my fourth, 120 yards. Did not find, I went and took a quick look in the bush, but didn't find it. Actually, sorry. I did find the ball, but didn't find it in a playable spot. So playing my fourth, 120 yards, nice and hard pitching wedge into the wind. Might have been one of my best pitching wedges of the day here. See it bouncing to the right of the flag. Pin high was the pitch mark. Pretty good. What's that? 20 feet right, 15 feet right. And it looks like it carried about, or it rolled out about 6 feet. It's pretty good pitching wedge. So nice long bogey putt. Be nice to drop and save. Another double would be amazing. Would be very nice to drop, but did not. Yeah, I've been putting well, but not dropping them. Double to start. Sits me at plus 12. 155 yards into the wind. Just took a light 6-iron, make sure I could get it over there. And again, drop it pretty good position. Almost pin high. What's that? Yeah, 8 yards short. A little bit to the left. Again, this is not something I'm trying to make. This is something I'm trying to lag for a nice par. Looked like it broke uphill at the end there, even from this camera. But par's always a good score. Tap this in. I don't know if it's really a tap. If it's, yeah, that's more than a tap, but make it. Sitting at plus 12 on the 12th hole. Pretty consistent bogey golf so far. Into the wind, 328 yards. Can slam this at that trap to the left. You see all of this construction fence there. That kind of points to where the green with the pin is. It's up to the side. So play this out to the right a bit.
Come University.
I do wind up off the fairway into this stuff, and you see now the pin is just to the left of that like telephone pole. So this angle is not the best. You actually would be better to be short and coming up the mouth of the green there, but the throw to the green. Anyways, nice shot. Again, pin high but left. Scared of the trap, but I mean, that trap wasn't in play with any decently hit shot. And we're back to here, so 10 yards away, just off the green. Very important that these convert. You want to get up and down here in 2 shots the majority of the time. Very, very important. Want to practice these distances and practice this feel. Put it through the fairway, up through the green. I don't quite get it left enough, and I give it a little too much juice, but coming up the hill in that fairway, I'm pretty happy with the distance there. Just a couple yards left for another attempt at a 1-putt par. And no. Figure I'm here to practice. Try again. Yep, miss the exact same spot. Bogey. Plus 13. Steady. Bogey golf. 514 yard par 5. Very unlikely this is going to be a 2-shot par 5 into the wind. Trying to just do a nice center drive. Yep. Lose it to the right. Some people are out there looking for their balls, and I do find it. Hack a 6-iron back out into the fairway. Echoes of the memories of the first hole. And then we're left a little bit longer, 120 yards, pitching wedge, ball below my feet, into the wind. So I got to really get a full swing, good contact. See the pin just over the right side of that bunker. And that line's early, but look on the bottom right, and there you go. See it drop in just to the left of the pin and rolls out a bit far. But again, I had to do some fancy crop work here as people are standing immediately in front of the camera. Birdie putt. Luckily, they move, so you see the putt happen. See the line come across, and it just misses to the right of the hole. As I chat about it and point to where I was intending to aim it, feel like I pushed it again, not quite closing my putter face, but tap this for Parsky. There we go. Now, par 3, 14th hole, missed my drive. So you see where I am on the green. Great shot. It was an 8-iron to here, right in line with the pin, just fell a little bit short. Putting back uphill, really good lag. And I go ahead and tap that in for par. Par. Brings us to 15th, 338 yards. You want to go right of the tree here if you want to have a shorter second shot, and the tree's not that far away. So I hit a low bullet. I actually catch some of that long stuff, and then it rolls in the middle of the fairway. Yeah, perfect shot when all's said and done. Uphill lob wedge, 80 yards. I want to make sure I get all of this and make sure I get my weight transferring here. Get through it. Not bad. A little bit pulled. See the ball bouncing there again, left of the pin. Good long one there up the hill. Maybe that was with the wind behind me a little bit, a little roll, but it's a bit long for my lob wedge. Usual distance, but putt for birdie. And just roll that past again. Bring it to a nice tap-in range for Parsky. There we go. We've managed to break the bogey train. Doing a little bit better than bogey golf, plus 13. As we come to the 16th hole, 420 yards on a roll. Now, the trick here is you want to hit it just over the right side of those bunkers, but I have a real hard time mentally doing that. Seemingly every time I play this hole, I put it over the right side of the fairway, which kind of rolls blind down into this fescue-y, long grass type area. 130 yards, pins sort of right over my shoulder, over the back of my neck. That's the pin. Pretty steep trap to the left, not too much danger to the right. Hit a great shot, but I do catch the face and the face of that hill, and it rolls down into the bunker. You see the pink shirt guy is standing behind the pin to the right, and I'm deep down in this bunker, cannot see the pin from where I am, but I have a sense for where it's gonna go. So make sure to get this out in one shot, please. I'd rather be 20 yards past the pin than short on that hill. Pretty good bunker shot. Get through it. Rolls out. Decent shape. Wound up short of the pin still. Be nice to finally drop one. Save a par here. Would be amazing. Ding. Gotcha. Par train continues. Plus 13. Stringing them together. Hell of a few holes. 17th hole. 416 yards. Just want to pop it out over that large trap. You can cut more off to the right if you can carry. The pin is off the sort of gap in the trees to the right there. So
that's what I'm working on, actually, is that transition.
Yeah, I watched a video of some of the old golfers, particularly Bobby Jones, about the looseness and the transition of the hands at the top. So it's a real good swing thought. 100 yards. Be nice to get a green regulations here. The 56 degree, my 100-yard club. Catch it nicely, and again that timing on there is off, but you see the ball bouncing on the green, and it just rolls up off the back. Probably it only landed probably 2 or 3 yards long and then rolled up. Just not getting that stop spin that I really would like. Nice long chip here back. Try to save this into par range. Oh. Luckily that hit the pin. That thing was moving. That would have been probably 10 feet past. But it's a bird. It's a 3 on the card. Puts me down to plus 12 and brings us to the 18th hole. Gettable par 5 to finish up. 494 yards. Again, you see the 9th hole to the right. The 18th hole's up the left over these left traps. And, you know, play either one. Who cares? Take your choice. The flag here is way down to the left of the building that's under construction, and it is a par 5. So you see that stand of trees. The pin's kind of on the left side of that stand of trees that's just over the hill. So did some rough calculations, looked at my phone for the GPS, and felt like a 6-iron wouldn't put me into too much trouble. There is water out there, but just get this 6-iron back into the fairway. Just did all I could do.
That's right what I'm aiming to do.
Yeah, right what I'm aiming to do. But look at that. Almost got to the water. That's closer than I would have expected. But here we have it. Exactly what you want. 70 yard, 60 degree. Green in regulation would be great. Hit another good shot and bounces maybe a yard past the pin, and look at that roll up the hill.
60 degree.
I need a new 60. I've been practicing with the 60 degree all winter off the back deck, chipping balls, chipping a few hundred a day, just to get the feel, and the 60 degree wedges don't work. So anyways, chipping this back, get just way too much speed coming down the hill. Just how to make a mess of being in position, being in pretty good position coming into the green, how to make a mess to be chipping back now for par. Yeah, again, that's not a bad chip, but shorter than I'd like to leave for bogey when I'm 70 yards center of the fairway hitting into the green. I do manage to sink that putt. That's a plus 13. Not bad. 85 on this course. I'll take it.
Okay, that's my round. TPC Toronto North Course. They're holding the open qualifiers here next week. I shot a 47 and a 39. Much better than last fall, and I think the chipping and pitching practice is totally to thank. My driving was definitely on point. My ease of swing was way there, way better. Pause at the top, don't rush, be patient and deliberate through. Good swing thoughts, good round. Feel really good about how it went. Got a bird, and almost had a few birdies, but nice to rally on the back 9. I felt like I was playing good on the front, not scoring good, so it's good.
There's the scores from the qualifier. You see 67 was good enough to win in a playoff. The bottom rank is 92, and you had to shoot 73 to make the next round of qualifiers. Those are from longer pins or longer tees than I played, but still good reference to have. Not even close to being there yet, but hey, it's good to have that sort of quantitative comparison. See you next time.
That was probably like in aggregate the best quality of golf I've been a part of in a while.
As a team, yeah.
Yeah, like we all played well.